cars have just come in from a fabulous prototype, Le Mans prototype demonstration, and we've got everything from the 2003 winning Bentley, we've got an Audi R8, and behind us, behind me and Martin Short here, we've got two fabulous Dallaras. Martin, brilliant for you to bring these cars out.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about them.
So we bought both of these cars from Orica in the end of 2003 in these colours, in the PlayStation colours. Did a deal with Hughes de Shornac, shook hands, and came home with the two cars and a sack load of spares. And then went to the ACO and asked them if we could join them on. They laughed because we'd only driven TVRs before in GT class. But we went to Sebring, and 10 hours into Sebring, it was Audi, Audi, roll centre, Audi. So after that race, the ACO came up to me, shook my hand, gave me a Gallic nod, and we were in.
Fabulous. Now, tell us a little bit about that, though. So that was, you literally leapt in at the deep end, but it doesn't matter what you pull off a truck, a racing car's a racing car. Was that your philosophy?
That's exactly what I said. I said a racing car's a racing car, but they said yes, but these cars are very fast and very dangerous. And yeah, I got their point. You know, they don't want embarrassing things happening or dangerous things happening on the track.
Yeah.
But we proved ourselves, and then subsequently, you know, continued to prove ourselves. This car here was the first car we raced in our first Le Mans 24 hours. 6:30 in the morning, we were line 4th overall, and then I got Bourdais, Sebastian Bourdais made an ambitious dive and clipped the left rear of the car. We ended up in the gravel trap, got the car back to the pits, checked it over, got going again, seemed all right. Left rear upright broke in the Porsche curves, and I had an aircraft crash.
I remember that one, yeah.
So that was a bit miserable, 4th place overall.
Yeah.
And then the next year we came back with two cars, so that one ended up with a Nissan Nismo engine, and this one still stayed with the Judds. We had Michael Crum and Boy Verden Rowe, and Vanina X was with me, and João Barbosa, and I actually ended up in the early hours of Saturday evening. I led Le Mans overall with this car, but the funny thing was I didn't actually know. I was driving around looking and seeing, I could see all the helicopters. I thought I must be close to the leader. Little did I know, I'd just passed the leader in the pits, and he came out after me. I think it was Stefan Ortelli in an Audi, and I let him through.
No way! You let him through for the lead?
Oh, there's an Audi. Oh, just, you know, let him go. Little did I know I was actually leading. And it wasn't until I came into the pits and there was this huge phalanx of photographers and John Hindhoff screaming into the radio, "Martin Schultz leading Le Mans!" You know,
it's not a bad northeast accent, that. You've just been out on track in this car in a demo run, Martin.
Yeah.
Behind a pace car. You know, did you get a chance to hold back and then give it some legs?
I did. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot more fun than I actually expected.
And round Goodwood.
Yeah, it was pretty scary.
Yeah, I bet.
But the tyres gripped up and it felt really good going into those fast corners. It's very different from modern circuits where it's more straight lines and corners. You know, this has got long entrances and you could really feel the car loading up. So I might have a whole sorry Lord March if you're there, and had quite a good time. Unfortunately, we had our first ever failure with the car, which was a left rear wheel bearing. So I've never ever happened. So we had a gentle trundle in, smoky trundle into the pits, and we'll have to go and give it a bit of TLC.
I wasn't going to mention that, but I'm glad you have.
Yeah, well,
I tell you what, you know, so you bring these cars out of off the shelf, so to speak. You've put that car back to its original livery. I know there's a little bit of a story about the livery and firstly, why would you do that? Why did you want to put it back to its original Le Mans livery?
Well, I didn't, but we sold it about 5 or 6 years ago to James Cottingham and Max Durado, and they've been driving at various events, Masters and stuff, in our old first year livery, and I think they just got fed up seeing my name on the side of the car. I can't blame them. And so they said, well, why don't we do it in the PlayStation cars? They never told me that. And we're really pleased with it because it does look absolutely stunning, and we're really pleased with it. But it's funny how once the colour changes, the affection starts to. It has made a difference. When I looked at it before, it was my car. Yeah. So that's why they changed it. So it's not my car anymore. We've moved on.
Yes. And it's like choosing your favourite child, I suppose. And if they go and cut their hair wrong, is there such a thing? I don't know. Martin, great to talk to you. Your day's done here, and I suppose being at the Goodwood members meeting, and it was only a demo run. I know, but it wasn't just a demo run, was it?
No. It was a lot of fun. We unfortunately We thought we were going to have a free reign, but we ended up behind a safety car. There were 4 or 5 cars that were really close to the safety car. Then there might have been the 5th car might have had a little bit more fun. So thanks, Goodwood. It's been a really lovely event. It's probably not going to happen again for a long time because they don't second cycle these events. So I feel very grateful and privileged to be here. It's my first Goodwood as a sort of competitor, and it's been very enjoyable. And the sun's come out, and it's not snowing like last year.
And you know what? They look great out on track. I wish you could have seen that. Check it out on the website, historicracingnews.com, Martin. You'll see the cars out there.
So what car was it in 2007?
It was a Pescarolo. Had you forgotten that?
Yeah, where did we finish?
Really? I don't know. Do we finish now? Thanks, mate.